What color socks do bears wear?
I don't know. What?
They don't wear socks. They have bare feet.
You're tuning into the Children's Hour. This is KD9.9, KUNM and KUNM.org. Live and local from the University of New Mexico.
Don't you feel it growing day by day? People getting ready for the news. Now some are happy, some are sad. Oh, we gotta let the music play. Solo necesita, es como sonreír. No es tan difícil si sabes cómo hacerlo. Agarra el mensaje, seguir adelante. Mamá va para allá ahora. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music all the time. Como un río que va despacio alrededor de castillos en el cielo, y la gente se va acercándose, oyendo por la felicidad, hay que dejar volar. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music all the time. Yeah. Oh, escucha la música. Oh, oye la música. Oh, goza la música todo el tiempo. Oh.
From the soundtrack to the movie Sing, that is. Listen to the music. And that's Tiki Pasillas. And good morning. This is the Children's Hour right here on KUNM. I am Katie Stone, and so happy to be with you all today. And I'm in a studio that's full of people. Let's start over here with you all.
I'm Liliana.
Hi, Liliana.
I'm Sienna. I'm Siobhan. Hello, I'm Haley. Good morning, this is Leela.
Good morning, this is Keelan.
Hi, Keelan. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, this is Julia. Good morning, this is Madeline.
Good morning.
Good morning, this is Elliot.
Good morning. Gray's here somewhere, I take it. Hi, Gray. Good morning.
I'm here.
Good to see you. Yeah.
Behind the scenes with KUNM.
Behind the scenes.
On me and my sister and my mom went to the library and we saw a dog jumping and his feet were actually going off the ground.
Wow.
Well, yeah, his owner got out and he was jumping like 5 feet in the air, like.
Whoa. I love
My
trick
dog
dogs.
does that.
That's so cool. Well, y'all, we have a great show lined up for you. I wanted to ask you.
My dog dances.
Do you know, as we're on the air and as we're talking to people who are listening right now, they're imagining what we're doing. So if we were to do something like this, they'd have to imagine what we're doing. I wonder if they can tell what we're doing. And
No.
we're jumping. Or if we did something else, if we made if all of us came in here and pretended we were cats. We're up here at KUNM. It seems as though there's been a whole lot of cats released in the studio. We're not really sure what to do. Stop pawing at that. Oh, stop pawing at that. So, or we could pretend like we are up here and something is terrible is happening and we all have to run away. Wait. But all of this is happening because of the magic of sounds, right? There's nowhere else
We
where
became a soap opera.
There's nowhere else where sound is as important as on the radio, except for maybe when your parents are calling you. That's probably more important.
Siobhan!
Exactly. And so today we're going to talk and learn about sounds. We're going to take our listeners on a trip all around the world, and we're going to come back again, and we have a lot to learn and a lot to do on the show today, so stick with us. This is the Children's Hour, and for right now, I noticed that there's a bunch of birds in the studio, and we're going to have to collect the birds while you all are listening to this next song. This is Love is the Seventh Waves by the Dunks.
Of the senses, you're the queen of all you survey. All the cities, all the nations, everything that falls your way. There is a deeper wave than this that you don't understand. There is a deeper wave than this tugging at your hand. Every ripple on the ocean, every leaf on every tree, every sand dune in the desert, every power we never see. There is a deeper wave than this swelling in the world. There is a deeper wave than this. Listen to me, girl, come on. Nothing will its power stand. There is no deeper wave than this rising in the world. There is no deeper wave than this. Listen to me, girl. All the bloodshed, all the anger, all the weapons, all the grief, all the armies, all the missiles, all the symbols of our fear. At the still point of destruction, at the center of the fury, all the angels, all the devils, all around us, can't you see? There is a deeper wave than this rising in the land. There is a deeper wave than this. Nothing will withstand. I say love is the seventh wave. I say love is the seventh wave. I say love is the seventh wave. I say love is the seventh wave.
In the studio this morning, we have our old friend Crawford.
Hi, Katie.
And our new friend, Kip Allen. Hi, Kip.
Hi.
He's going to do some wonderful work with sound effects this morning.
Katie, I've worked in radio for much of my life, and I'm always fascinated by sounds and sound effects. So I'm looking forward to us all having a lot of fun this morning with sounds and funny noises.
All right, today we're going to make some noise.
And we're going to play with sounds. Loud sounds, soft sounds, pleasant sounds.
Beautiful sounds.
Not so beautiful sounds.
Funny sounds.
And all of them fun to explore.
Let's everybody who's listening right now take a moment to listen to all the sounds that are happening around you. all the sounds. I'm going to be silent for a moment, and everybody see how many sounds that you can identify. Surprising, isn't it? When I woke up this morning, I lay very still and I listened. What I thought was silence really was filled with a lot of different sounds. There were whirs, hums, my refrigerator makes a hum, the ticking of my clock, a dog barking, and then another. There was some traffic noise, including a very loud motorcycle.
Wow, Kip, you got all those sounds in there on cue. You're going to be so busy this morning you won't have any time to talk.
That's all right. I'm having fun. By the way, I think we should thank the wonderful library at Albuquerque Academy for lending us the sound effects for today's show.
Thank you, Albuquerque Academy.
You know, most of the time we don't even hear the sounds around us at all. Even though the sounds are there, we don't pay any attention to them.
I think there may be different kinds of sounds. There are sounds that you don't pay attention to, and then there are sounds that you are a little bit aware of. You know they're there, but they're not that important. And then there are sounds that you pay very close attention to. Maybe something falling off a shelf. Oops. Or maybe your mother calling your name.
And if she uses your full name, you really pay attention. Because usually when moms use your full name, they're upset about something. Crawford John McCollin, you come inside this instant.
Yikes.
So actually, we're talking about very different ways of listening.
When I listen carefully and with a lot of attention, it's usually music I'm listening to.
Even just words can sound like music in a way, especially if they are words from a language that you don't know.
Kip, you know Danish. How does Danish sound?
Jeg var i Danmark for 4 år, men jeg har glemt det hele. Jeg kan ikke forstå dig, jeg kan ikke tale dansk, men jeg elsker dig. Det regner i vor gade, i alle bjørne glade.
Wow, I like that. Can you do Old English, Kip, from the time of, say, Chaucer?
Well, let's give it a try. Juan that April with his sure sota, the drocht of March hath pierced to the rota, and bathed every vein in switch liqueur of which virtue engendered is the floor. Juan Zephyrus arc with his sweet breath.
Well, I'm impressed, Kip. Kip, with the magic of special effects, how about giving us an example of poetry in French with a real Frenchman speaking?
Les sanglots longs des violons de l'automne blessent mon cœur d'une langueur monotone, tout suffocant et blême quand sonne l'heure. Je me souviens des jours anciens et je pleure.
That's different. All right, cool. How about one more? Maybe, how about Chinese, Kip?
春眠不觉晓，处处闻啼鸟。夜来风雨声，花落知多少。
I didn't understand any of those words, but I heard the music that was not only accompanying the Chinese words, there was music inside the words too, even if I didn't know what they meant. I think maybe it's easier to hear the music when you don't know what the words mean.
Hearing the music. There's music everywhere, just waiting to be heard. Over 100 years ago, the American composer and pianist Amy Beach was listening early one spring morning to a bird calling from a distant treetop. It was a hermit thrush, and this is what it sounded like.
So maybe it's true what the English poet Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote. There's music in all things if men had ears. Our earth is but an echo of the spheres.
Well, of course men have ears. So do women.
Oh, that's a poetic image, of course. Just means most people don't listen very well.
Speaking of listening, let's go from the sublime to the silly. A young carpenter in California named Woody Phillips was working in his wood shop one day when he noticed that each electrical tool made a particular note. And when he pounded on a piece of wood or a big metal wastebasket, that too made a sound. He recorded lots of these sounds, and then he mixed them together to make something like a tune. Here is Woody playing a handsaw, pipes, some 2x4 pieces of wood, a table saw, a hammer, a pneumatic nailer, and an anvil. And the tune is called Spinning Song. Children's Hour is produced by the Children's Hour Incorporated, a New Mexico nonprofit dedicated to producing high-quality kids' public radio. Support provided by listeners just like you. Learn more at childrenshour.org. Follow us on social media. We're at TCH Radio.
You're listening to the Children's Hour, Kids Public Radio. We'll be right back.
This is the Children's Hour, learning about the wonder of sound.
I'd like to talk about onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Well, I confess I had to check on just how to say that word before I came into the studio. It's just a big word for an easy idea. It's about words that sound like what they mean.
Oh, you mean words like boom or crash?
Exactly. Hey, let's all take turns saying onomatopoetic words and see if Kip can keep up with us with his special effects.
Crackle.
Boom.
Zip.
Chirp.
Quack.
Moo.
Good job, Kip. Sounds like Old MacDonald's farm, with a sound effect here and a sound effect there.
Before we go on, though, I'd like to say my very favorite onomatopoetic word of all time. It's the Aztec word for an animal you might see on a farm, and the word is guajolote. Can you give us the real thing, Kip? Right, it's Aztec for turkey.
All right, now here's a sound that not only tells us what the creature is, but also where we are. See if you can name the animal that makes this noise.
A seagull.
That's right, a seagull. And where is that seagull?
At the ocean.
You can tell that because we've added another sound to make where we are even more specific.
Waves on a beach. Those seagulls sound like they're fighting for food.
So there are sounds that tell us where we are, and there are sounds that tell us what is happening. Here's an example. And how about this one?
I know that one. So you could even tell a story with just sounds and no words, like this. Okay, who can tell the story we just heard in words?
Well, it might have been a summer evening. There was some thunder, and somebody walked up and opened a door very slowly, but a dog growled and barked, and the man who was trying to get in was scared by the dog, so he slammed the door and ran away.
That was fun. Give us another story, Kip.
Okay, so what happened there?
Somebody drove a car too fast and it crashed.
Okay, and what color was the car? Why was the driver in such a hurry? Where was he going?
We don't know the answers to those questions, but we can make them up in our heads.
That's right. We can make them up using our imaginations.
A creative imagination is one of the most powerful tools we human beings have. Imagination works by making an idea in what some people call the mind's eye, but you could call it the mind's ear.
We can imagine what something would look like or what it would sound like or feel like or taste like. We can imagine how different things might work together in new and different ways, ways that maybe no one has even thought of yet. These days, we watch a lot of television, and most television programs don't require very much imagination. Television gives you lots and lots of information, and sometimes there's so much going on for your eyes that there's no room for imagination.
But radio is different. All you get are sounds. But that's often all you need. Your mind's ear hears the sounds and then imagines what is happening, just as we did earlier with those sound effects. Here's an example. Comedian Stan Freberg is going to make a gigantic lake of hot chocolate. The ingredients? Just a few sounds and your imagination.
Okay, people, and now when I give you the cue, I want the 700-foot mountain of whipped cream to roll into Lake Michigan, which has been drained and filled with hot chocolate. Then the Royal Canadian Air Force will fly overhead towing a 10-ton maraschino cherry, which will be dropped into the whipped cream to the cheering of 25,000 extras. All right, cue the mountain. Cue the Air Force. Cue the maraschino cherry. Okay, 25,000 cheering extras.
This is the Children's Hour, and right now, join me for an imaginative expedition into the jungle.
Join me on a ride to another planet.
Or you can stay right here and join me in enjoying this huge hot chocolate. Anyone have some spoons?
Spoons, we'll need shovels.
Or maybe buckets.
Yeah, and boots. The whipped cream is getting gooey.
Hope the dam holds.
Well, we could stay drier if we all climbed up onto the cherry.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Crawford and our new friend Kip, for being with us on the Children's Hour.
Thank you, Katie. It was fun.
Thank you. Had a blast.
And I'm going to just hang on to this cherry here. Hold on, Anna. Hang on. Grab my hand. Grab my hand. Ah! This is the Children's Hour, learning about the wonder of sound. Excellent Birds. That's Laurie Anderson and Peter Gabriel from Laurie Anderson's Mr. Heartbreak 2003 release. And before that, recorded live in the forests of southeast Cameroon, the Baka people. The Heart of the Forest is the name of that CD. That's the nursery rhyme piece. What a weird and wonderful CD that is. And you heard us doing our whole thing on the wonder and magic of sound and transporting you to other places and transporting us to other places. And we're going to do a little bit more here for you. We have a song that is just super bizarre, and we're going to play that. And then we can't wait to tell you more about how it is that sound actually is working and how it is that you dear listeners, can understand exactly what I'm saying and how that gets to your brain. Stick with us. This is the Children's Hour, coming off of the Dimension Mix. Chris Kachulis.
Let's listen very carefully to Chris. He has some things to tell us about listening.
Listen to the world all around you. Listen carefully, listen carefully, listen well, listen well, listen carefully so you can tell everybody how to listen, what to listen for, listen, listen to the words all around, listen to the words all around you. Listen to the world all around you. Listen to the world all around you. Listen carefully. Listen well. Listen carefully so you can tell everybody how to listen, what to listen for. Listen to the words all around you. Listen carefully, hear everything, everything. Listen carefully, listen everything, listen,
Where does an ear surf?
I don't know where.
On sound waves. Every noise we hear comes to our bodies and is collected by our ears on waves of sound traveling through the air. As we are speaking, we are creating pressure waves that are vibrating into your ears.
Sound waves are slower than light waves. That's why usually we see lightning a few seconds before we hear the thunder.
Unless the lightning is very close. Then it's really loud. And scary. Our ears are excellent receptors for these waves.
Ears have three parts: the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. The outer ear is the part you can touch and even wiggle your finger into a little. Its main job is to collect sounds, from the softest whisper to the loudest roar.
This part of the ear gets all gunky with earwax. Earwax might seem gross, and that's because it tastes so disgusting. Ew! But earwax is a really important protector of the ear canal. It contains chemicals that fight infections, and it keeps dirt from going deep into the ear. After sound waves travel through the ear canal, they enter the middle ear. The middle ear is separated from the outer ear by the eardrum, which is a thin piece of skin stretched tight like a drum.
On the other side of the eardrum, there are the ossicles. They are the 3 most delicate bones in our bodies. The first bone is called the malleus, which is attached to the eardrum and means hammer in Latin.
It's attached to the incus, which means anvil in Latin.
And it's attached to the stapes, which means stirrup in Latin, and is the smallest bone in our bodies.
The sound waves reach the eardrum, which makes the eardrum vibrate. When the eardrum vibrates, those vibrations move to the teeny tiny ossicles, from the hammer to the anvil to the tiny stirrup, and those moving bones carry the sound deeper into the body to the inner ear.
Sound vibrations enter the cochlea, which is a small curled tube in the inner ear that is filled with liquid. That liquid starts to move when the ossicles vibrate.
There are teeny cells lining the cochlea, which are covered in even tinier hairs. The vibrations in the liquid inside the cochlea cause the hairs on those cells to move.
The tiny moving hairs create nerve signals that get carried by nerves to our brains. It's our brains that know how to make sense of what we are hearing. Each part of the ear is important for the whole process of hearing to work. When people can't hear, it's because some part of their ear is not working properly.
If you think about it, it's pretty amazing our brains can take pressure waves from outside our bodies and decode the noises to allow us to pretty much always know exactly what we are hearing.
We can tell when we hear an airplane or a cat meowing.
We might ignore a loud car outside, but can hear the scratching of our cat's paws on the door to be let inside our room. In a loud crowd, we can tune out all other voices except the ones we recognize, which is how we can hear our mother's voice over all others, and how she can hear ours too.
Our ears are amazing tools. We need to take good care of them. Never put a cotton swab or Q-tip or anything inside your ear canal, or else you can easily damage your eardrum.
Instead, just wash your ears really well when you take a bath or a shower by washing the parts you can easily reach with a washcloth.
And when it comes to loud music and wearing earbuds or headphones, protect your ears by not blasting them with sounds that can actually pop your eardrum or even break the tiny bones in your middle ear. Turn down the volume. Your ears will be grateful.
Speaking of grateful ears, why do you have to whisper in a cornfield?
I don't know why.
Because it's all ears.
Take me riding in the car, take me riding in the car, take you riding in my car, I'll take you riding in my car. Click, clank, open up a door, girls. Click, clank, open up a door, boys. Front door, back door, clickety clack, take you riding in my car.
You're listening to the Children's Hour, Kids Public Radio. We'll be right back.
Turn my key, step on the starter, take you riding in my car. Engine, it goes engine, it goes front seat, back seat, boys and girls, take you riding in my car. Trees in the houses walk along, trees in the houses walk along, truck and a cart and a garbage can, I'll take you riding in my car. Ships and little boats chug along, ships and little boats chug along, take you riding in my car. I'm gonna zoom you home again, I'm gonna zoom you home again. Roll home, take you riding in my car. I'm gonna let you blow the horn, I'm gonna let you blow the horn. Well, I'll take you riding in my car.
You're listening to the Children's Hour. We'll be right back.
When I was just a wee little lad, full of health and joy, my father homeward came one night and gave to me a toy. A wonder to behold it was, with many colors bright, and the moment I laid eyes on it, it became my heart's delight. It went zip when it moved, and pop when it stopped, and whirr when it stood still. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. The first time that I picked it up, I had a big surprise, for right on its bottom were two big buttons that looked like big green eyes. I first pushed one and then the other, then I twisted its lid, and when I set it down again, here is what it did. It went zip when it moved, and pop when it stopped, and whirr when it stood still. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. It first marched left and then marched right, then marched under a chair, and when I looked where it had gone, it wasn't even there. I started to sob, but my daddy laughed, for he knew that I would find. But when I turned around, my marvelous toy was chugging from behind. It went zip when it moved, and pop when it stopped, and whirr when it stood still. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. The years have gone by too quickly, it seems. I have my own little boy, and yesterday I gave to him my marvelous little toy. His eyes nearly popped right out of his head. He gave a squeal of glee. Neither one of us knows just what it is, but he loves it just like me. It still goes zip when it moves, and pop when it stops, and whirr when it stands still. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will.
I heard a cricket in my closet. He was making quite a riot. Every time I peeked, that cricket sure got quiet. I tried searching with my flashlight, he was nowhere to be found. Every time I walked away, I heard that cricket sound. If I could talk in cricket, I was hoping to play with it. I thought that would be the ticket, but I couldn't seem to trick it. Moo moo,
that's not it.
Hee haw,
that's not it.
Eek eek eek,
that's not it.
I can't sound like a cricket. Bop,
that's not it.
Nee,
that's not it. That's not it.
I can't sound like a cricket. I was running late for school, so I just grabbed my jacket. Sister got in the car and screamed, "Ew, there's a bug, can I whack it?" There was a beautiful little cricket. He was sitting right there on my sleeve. I rolled up the window, hoping he wouldn't leave. If I could talk in cricket, I was hoping to play with it. I thought that would be the ticket, but I couldn't seem to trick it. Moo moo,
that's not it.
Hee haw,
that's not it.
Eek eek eek,
that's not it.
I can't sound like a cricket. Bop,
that's not it.
Nee,
that's not it. That's not it.
I can't sound like a cricket. Cricket hopped up on the dashboard. There was music on the radio. His little feet started tapping. He was putting on a dancing show. 2 steps to the left, 3 steps to the right. He hopped up and he hopped down while we waited at the traffic light. If I could talk in cricket, I was hoping to play with it. I thought that would be the ticket, but I couldn't seem to trick it. Moo moo,
that's not it.
Hee haw,
that's not it.
Eek eek eek,
that's not it.
I can't sound like a cricket. Bop,
that's not it.
Nee,
that's not it. That's not it.
I can't sound like a cricket. By the time we got to school, I thought the cricket could be my friend. But when I opened up the door, it was adios, the end. That cricket did a backflip right there on the lawn. I said, please don't go, but friends, I hate to tell you, that little guy was gone. If I could talk in cricket, I was hoping to play with it. I thought that would be the ticket, but I couldn't seem to trick it. Moo moo.
That's not it.
Hee haw.
That's not it.
Eek eek eek.
That's not it.
I can't sound like a cricket. Bop.
That's not it.
Nee.
That's not it. That's not it.
I can't sound like a cricket. Eek eek.
That's not it.
Auga.
That's not it.
Doogie doogie doogie.
That's not it.
I can't sound like a cricket. Ha ha.
That's not it.
Hello.
That's not it.
Ding ding ding.
That's not it.
I can't sound like a cricket. I tried. It's not as easy as you'd think.
That's it.
Gazooba! 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 Gazooba!
That was Gazooba from a CD called Putumayo Kids Presents Jazz Playground from Kinder Jazz. Before that, you heard I Can't Sound Like a Cricket. That's Barney Salzberg from his Crazy Hair Days CD. And Owen Duggan from his An Elephant Never Forgets release, The Marvelous Toy. The car song by Woody Guthrie was before the break. You are tuned to the Children's Hour. And we're talking about sound, the wonder of sound. Martha Redbone Roots Project has done a CD this year called The Garden of Love, Songs of William Blake. This is Hear the Voice of the Bard.
Hear the voice of the bard, whose present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked among the ancient trees, calling the lamb soul and weeping in the evening dew that might control the starry pole and fallen light renew. Oh,
Children's Hour is written and produced by Katie Stone, with help from all of us on the kids' crew.
Today's show was also partly written by Dr. Crawford McCallum and Kip Allen. Thank you so much, Crawford and Kip.
Vanessa Vassar and Gary Newell take our photos, and the Kids Crew team manage our social media.
Find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at TCH Radio.
We'll be back next week with another edition of The Children's Hour, Kids Public Radio.
This the year of the blacksmith. Talib Kweli, K1, let's go. Yeah, don't. Back in the days we all used to. Now they're so whack, nobody to that real hip hop, yo. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, here comes Talib Kweli, and I'm banging on your ears. Now let me get up in it. Wait, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Stop repenting cause the end is near. But don't panic, you can't function if you live in fear. Pay attention, you gotta listen to hear. Wait just a minute. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Put you on hold, get a specialist to walk you through. Kweli, the flow captain, the fast, the slow rapping. I'm so cracking, you ain't heard. You depend like closed captions. King of the bars and I'm going hard pause. All my confidence comes from knowing God's laws. Banging on the system, fighting my kind of war. Loud as a whisper, quiet as a lion's roar. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, here comes Talib Kweli, and I'm banging on your eardrum. Now let me get up in it, score your spirits on it. Y'all hear me though. Get up, get into it and get involved. There's a little something that I wanna speak for y'all. Now let me get up in it. Wait. Get it now, get it fast, get it right, get it big, get it live, get it done, get it tight. But you don't really hear me though. I spit it clearly so it's live on your stereo. To your heart while it's beating in your chest. As you're speaking to execs in the seat behind the desk. To your spirit, nothing weaker than the flesh. So while you try to keep it fresh, you're getting deeper into death. Real hip-hop is missing from the shelf. Yeah, it's what you felt when you listen to yourself. Only a few is making cuts that finish. So before you spend your hard-earned spinach. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, here comes Talib Kweli, and I'm banging on your eardrum. Now let me get up in it, score your spirit so y'all hear me though. Get up, get into it and get involved. There's a little something that I wanna speak to y'all. Now let me get up in it. Wait. Yeah, blood of sounds coming out your speaker. I spit rounds like a 9mm. The youth today, they frown at the teachers, they ain't down with no leaders, they don't wanna wait just a minute. They like, what? Wait, right there, I got Reservoir Dogs, you be missing the right ear. Get it clear, I figure it's my year. I'm everywhere, making appearances and nightmares. Hear the word, beat the flow, check the cadence. What you heard is a pro, I'm so amazing. Don't front, girl, you know it's your favorite. New Kweli, yo, they running out of patience. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, here comes Talib Kweli, and I'm banging on your eardrum. Now let me get up in it, score your spirit so y'all hear me though. Get up, get into it and get involved. There's a little something that I wanna speak for y'all. Now let me get up in it. Wait. Yo, don't it sound so good to you? It's the return of the greatest, y'all. Talib Kweli, BKMC. Blacksmith is the movement. Blacksmith is the music. What you riding for? What you living for? What you dying for? Banging on your eardrum. Yeah.
The Children's Hour is a production of the Children's Hour Incorporated, a New Mexico nonprofit dedicated to producing high-quality kids public radio. Support provided by the Friends of the Children's Hour. More at childrenshour.org. There you can find our social media feeds, pictures from our shows, podcasts, and our contact form. Let us know what you think of the show. Meow Wolf is a proud supporter of the Children's Hour. Meow Wolf creates immersive experiences that transport audiences of all ages into kaleidoscopic realms of story and exploration. MeowWolf.com. Our theme music was written by C.K. Barlow. Got a great idea for a show? You can email us at info@childrenshour.org. We'll be back next week with another edition of
The Children's Hour.
Kids Public Radio.